Alright, hello YouTube, welcome back to another movie review of upcoming movies this year or next year or whenever they're coming out. And today we're going to be looking at a new film coming out called Captain America, American Hero. Now the first trailer was just released a couple days ago, and for what it is, it's actually not that bad. The people who are making this film, they're actually an independent film company, and they are based out of, I believe, Lexington, maybe? Kentucky? Small town? I'm not really sure. But it looks pretty good. I'm going to analyze the trailer, and we're going to just take a look. Now, first of all, what I noticed, this is not a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is just a fan film, mostly. So what the plot line, the story floating around the internet and rumors is that it might take place in 1945. I'm not really sure. Its main focus is on Captain America. Yeah. What they said, I believe it's coming out 2018 and they're filming it now. I believe it has something to do with kind of like a reboot of the Avengers, maybe later on. I'm not really sure. But most importantly, it's Captain America, and I personally believe we kind of deserve another Captain America movie that hasn't, followed. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. It hasn't followed the storyline of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But Lord have mercy, everything. You remember that 1990s Captain America movie? That was god awful. Oh Lord. But anyways. Hopefully, this guy will do a better job. Captain America is going to be played by this guy right here, actor Jake C. Young. He's not really all that famous, but I think he can pull it off. I mean, look at those features, that jawline, man. This guy's just got it. But seriously, I remember watching him on, I believe it was a internet TV series, I'm not really sure. It was on a show called Dark Avenger, and he played a young Bruce Wayne. And I followed the Instagram page, and I've checked up on some of this stuff. And for actually what that show was, he done a great job. I mean, really. I wasn't all that impressed with the show's overall quality because I believe they could have got some better cameras and some probably better sound work. But for what it was actually pretty good because I watched it every week. Every time a new episode would come out, I would watch it. So they didn't do terribly. But for what they got, these guys are young filmmakers. They're pretty good. Let's take a look at this guy. Here he is. He's not what exactly I would picture Steven Rogers' body to look like. He's quite skinny, actually, but, there is a such thing called a gym, and I'm sure he will hit that before they start filming, and he'll probably look better. I don't know, maybe they'll give him some body armor, put him on, make him look bigger. My phone, sorry. I don't know, maybe if they give him some blue contacts and give him that Steve Rogers look. I don't know, I guess it's where we're just so used to seeing Chris Evans that it's kind of weird, but he's not that far off. He's got that perfect mix, and he's used to playing superheroes, so that will be a good up for him. And I think he'll do probably an outstanding job. Now don't go on and write a rant, be like, oh, that's not Captain America. This guy's not real. It's not the real Captain America. Yes, I'm aware of that. This is just a fan film, but it's probably going to be a pretty good fan film. And I know these guys, they probably are, struggling and whatnot. I mean, for crying out loud, look at them. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, this guy, he's already got a good hand up. He's been playing a superhero before. On the Instagram page, there's a photo of Jake C. Young, and he played as Batman, and as Batman, he just had it, He just pulled it off. This guy could be like a model. He could pull it off perfectly. look at this photo from their Instagram page. Jake C. Young actually bears a very striking resemblance to a young Ben Affleck. I mean, wow, look at that. I mean, they should cast this guy to play in Ben Affleck's solo Batman movie. I mean, look how close that is. I mean, seriously, he could be like young Ben Affleck. I mean, they should put like a flashback scene in there and they should cast this guy to play as Bruce Wayne at a younger age. I mean, because Affleck's Batman, he's dark and gritty and he's older and he's in his almost late 50s. I mean, I think they could pull that off, you know? I really do. This guy, he would probably do a very good job as Batman. I mean, I bought it. I mean, he's got the Kevin Conroy voice. I mean, like, wow. But anyways, back to Captain America. I recently saw this photo on Facebook of him, and some fans have renounced him as a traitor because he is leaving DC to go to a Marvel film. But then again, remember, these are fan films. They're not really, making a lot of money. They're not coming out in theaters. I'm probably going to send these guys some money and support them. I mean, because the films are like, for what they have, they are outstanding. I mean, I could honestly see these guys at Mountaintop Studios going pretty far. I'm actually going to send this review to Mountaintop Studios, and hopefully they put it on the channel, so they will get my take on this whole thing and this film they're making, and kind of get an outsider's view. What I have here on the script, so supposedly what's going to happen is, Captain America, it picks up 1945, tells a bit of a flashback, and he wakes up, yada yada. He becomes Captain America that we know today. There's something I not really sure about what the whole plot line of the film, but I know it revolves around the main villain is Baron Zemo, the first and the second. I don't know, maybe he's really old. I don't know if it'll be his son or his grandson, but okay, and Captain America has to go out and stop them, and there's something about, I heard adhesive X. I think that's what it was. Something to do with Oscorp. I don't know, maybe they're doing like the cinematic universe where they like tie all the films together, because it's rumored, and I'm not really sure about this, but it's a rumor going around that Spider-Man is actually supposed to be in the movie as well, and it will probably be played by one of these guys we've seen in Dark Avenger or so forth, or something like that. Dark Avenger, the second season wasn't all that great, but the first season, if you haven't watched it, I encourage you to watch it to get this guy's take on playing a superhero. I have a feeling he's probably going to do a good job, get better equipment and stuff, and I think he can pull off Captain America. Captain America, he revolves trying to find adhesive X. Nick Fury is supposed to be in this film, and it is reported that his ethnicity is actually white. I don't know, not being racist, but originally Nick Fury was white, so I guess they're going back to the comics, because most of these things that they do, they stick fairly close to the comics, unlike Civil War, which was awful, and it did not stick to the comics. As a movie, yes, I really liked it, but it just was inaccurate when it came to the comics. But I'm really thankful we didn't see Spider-Man in the Iron Spider suit, because that would have just killed the franchise. But anyways, they have to find something called adhesive X in this film, and Nick Fury and Captain America, I guess, are like teamed up, supposedly. And they have to find Fury's brother, which I'm not really sure about what they're going to do with Fury's brother in the film. Maybe he's another good guy. Maybe he's a bad guy. I have no idea. But, they'll make a good film. I have total faith in Mountaintop Studios. They'll probably pull it off. Let's analyze the trailer now. So what I'm probably thinking is that this part is 1945. It's probably more of a teaser than a trailer, because I've seen pictures of his supposedly 1945 suit, and it looks totally different than what they have now. But on this part here, look at the very end. I mean, of course he has the shield. It looks like he's wearing, let's rewind. Looks like he's wearing goggles maybe on his head. Is that maybe like a handkerchief or something? I don't know. I mean, he looks like the traditional Captain America from 1945. I mean, looks pretty decent. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I mean, it's got to be better than the Star Spangled Man with a Plan. But yeah, I mean, that's probably his 1945 suit, because it's actually been rumored that his suit is actually supposed to bear resemblance to the new Steve Rogers Captain America, where he came out and said, "Hail Hydra." And I have a feeling if they do that in this film, that it is going to kill them. They'll probably lose all their business. They'll probably never make films again, because the guy who wrote that, Steven Rogers, Captain America, with the new suit and everything, and he said Hail Hydra, got death threats. So let's just really hope that Mountain Top Studios doesn't make Captain America at the end come out and say Hail Hydra. Really, I mean, that's like saying Batman shot his parents. Maybe they should just add that in Dark Avenger if they ever pick it back up. So, I believe Captain America, American Hero, is probably going to be a good film. The plot lines are shaky, but then again, they are still filming it, and there's not a lot on the internet about it. But yeah, I think this guy can pull it off. I'd say he'll probably pull it off. If he can't, then it can't be any worse than, the last Captain America movie from the 90s, which probably was pretty good for the 90s, but it was still pretty awful, let's be honest. I got total faith in these guys. Hopefully, if you like this stuff, you'll support them, because being a filmmaker is not an easy job, as I hear. I mean, if you see some of these guys are like stressing out. I mean, this film is supposedly, it's being directed by Jake C. Young himself, and with the help of an assistant director and co-director, Billy Lane, who are supposedly close friends in real life. I looked on the Instagram page. Billy Lane is also an actor who will be playing the Green Arrow in some part of Dark Avenger, I guess, coming soon. I know there's supposed to be a new show or something, the final showdown that they're pulling out with Billy Lane as Green Arrow, coming soon, part of the Dark Avenger series, I think. Maybe they're starting over, I don't know, but Jake C. Young and Billy Lane will both be in it. And Billy Lane is actually supposed to be co-directing the Captain America film with Jake C. Young. And Jake C. Young, he directed most of the Dark Avenger series, so I'll take it this guy was probably more of a director before he was an actor, or vice versa, and he just kind of picked up directing. But, for his skills in directing, it's actually not that bad. He does halfway decent. I mean, he could use a little more shaky shots and bump it up, because you kind of feel like you're watching a movie from the 1980s. But then again, I'm not going to complain about that, because if it's anything like 2008 and everything was shaky cam and you could never understand what was going on, then it'll probably be good. So I think it'll probably be good. Hopefully we'll get an actual good Baron Zemo with the classic mask, the purple and the tactical. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with his son or grandson or whoever it might be. I guess they're probably going to just make him tactical looking, maybe purple, hopefully. I don't really know. But there's no actual cast list they have out yet. All I know is that Jake C. Young will be playing Captain America. There's no talk about who's going to be playing Nick Fury or Spider-Man, if they have Spider-Man in the film. Again, this is just a rumor. Or Fury's brother, or any of the else, people who will be in this film. There was talk about maybe Bucky, the Winter Soldier, being in this film, but I doubt they'll probably do that, because they've done that whole Winter Soldier thing and Bucky become Captain America. But I don't know, they might actually do that if Bucky becomes Captain America. That would be a good idea. I would pay to see that. but they'd have to bring Captain America back because he's Captain America. So maybe that's what they're doing with the new suit and all that they're giving this guy to place Captain America, since it's supposed to bear a resemblance to the one in the comics, close to one like Bat in the Sun. If you've seen that, I suppose it'll probably look something like that mixture because he's supposed to be armored. I think these two should pair up. These two studios, I believe they should pair up and do like an X-Men versus Avengers. Have you seen their Wolverine at Bat in the Sun? I mean, that is sick, man. I follow him on Instagram, Facebook. So if you don't know anything about these guys, I guess just watch them. This is another movie review of films coming out. So just, I don't know, go like the Facebook and Instagram post. You can learn a lot from their Instagram posts. They post stuff about what they're doing and who they are and all the other projects they have. This is just another movie review. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the channel, and please support Mountaintop Studios because these guys are making films, and hopefully they'll be good. And I'll send my review to Mountaintop Studios, and hopefully they'll upload my review, share it so they can get a little bit of publicity and I can help them out as well. So thank you all for watching, and see you next week.